2 eggs every single day. For most people, that sounds like the definition of a healthy habit. Protein, nutrients, quick breakfast. What could possibly go wrong? But here's what almost nobody understands. Your body doesn't judge food once. It judges patterns. It watches what you repeat, and then it adapts. Quietly, slowly, in the background. And sometimes, the adaptation is not what you think, because the real danger in nutrition isn't always a dramatic symptom. It's subtle shifts you don't feel. Your blood vessels getting stiffer, your liver storing more fat, your blood markers trending the wrong direction, your gut bacteria changing their behavior, and your metabolism becoming less flexible. Now, let me be fair, like a doctor should be. Eggs can be a nutritious food for many people. They contain high-quality protein, vitamins, minerals, and choline, which supports the brain and liver. For someone replacing sugary breakfast foods, eggs can be a big improvement. But here's the twist. The reason this topic matters. For a surprising number of adults, eating 2 eggs every day can start internal processes that become harder to reverse over time, especially if you have insulin resistance, genetic sensitivity to LDL cholesterol, low fiber intake, or you cook eggs in ways that increase oxidative stress. Today I'm going to walk you through the truth without fear and without exaggeration. You'll learn why some people tolerate eggs daily and others don't. The irreversible process. People misunderstand how it actually begins. The biggest breakfast mistake that turns eggs into a metabolic problem. The cooking method that changes the biology of your meal, the gut pathway, 99% of people never hear about. And the exact safe egg blueprint. To keep the benefits without the hidden costs, stay until the end. Because I'll give you a simple test you can do with your doctor that tells you 2 eggs aren't the villain. But your biology might be different. Let's start with a principle in medicine. What's healthy for one person isn't automatically healthy for everyone. This is the part that makes diet debates endless. One person eats eggs daily and feels amazing. Another person does the same thing and their cholesterol markers shift in a dangerous direction. That happens because people have different metabolic response types. Some individuals are more sensitive to dietary cholesterol and saturated fat patterns. In these people, a daily habit like 2 eggs can significantly increase LDL cholesterol, or more importantly, the number of LDL particles circulating in the blood. Now, a quick medical explanation. In simple terms, LDL is like a delivery truck carrying cholesterol. Your body uses cholesterol for hormones and cell membranes. But if you have too many delivery trucks on the road for too long, you increase the odds that some trucks will crash into the artery, while especially if your blood vessel lining is already irritated. And that irritation happens more easily when you have high blood sugar spikes, chronic stress, and poor sleep, smoking, high blood pressure, low antioxidant intake, inflammatory diet patterns. So, eggs are not a one-ingredient story. They become risky when they add fuel to an already existing metabolic fire. Nutritionist tip: if you love eggs, you don't need panic, you need personalization. The smartest approach is to treat eggs like a testable habit. You eat them regularly for a few weeks, then you check your markers and see what your body is doing. 3. The cholesterol story that matters more than total cholesterol. Most people look at total cholesterol and stop there. But as a doctor, I want you to understand something deeper. It's not only about cholesterol. It's about LDL-C. How much cholesterol is inside LDL particle? A pump how many atherogenic particles you have, sometimes known HDL, cholesterol and triglycerides, and your overall inflammation status. Why does particle number matter? Because plaque formation is not just about cholesterol floating around. It's about particles entering the artery wall over time. If a pump is high, that often means you have many particles that can contribute to plaque formation. Think of it like this. Even if each truck carries a small load, too many trucks still create traffic and collisions. Now, how do eggs fit into this? Eggs contain cholesterol. For many people, Dietary cholesterol doesn't dramatically change blood cholesterol, but in hyperresponders or in people whose diet also contains higher saturated fat and low-fiber daily eggs, can contribute to a rise in LDL markers. Nutritionist tip: fiber is one of the most powerful natural tools for cholesterol management. Soluble fiber binds bile acids in the gut, forcing the liver to use cholesterol to make more bile, which can help lower circulating LDL. So, if you eat eggs often, a fiber-poor diet makes the risk higher, and a fiber-rich diet makes the pattern safer. Practical example: eggs plus spinach plus tomatoes plus beans or oats on the side is a very different physiological outcome than eggs plus bacon plus white toast plus sugary coffee. For the irreversible process, how plaque builds without you feeling it. Now we need to talk about the scary word irreversible, because people misunderstand it. They imagine something instantly permanent. That's not how it works. Atherosclerosis plaque buildup in arteries begins quietly. It often starts decades before a heart attack or a stroke. Here's the medical story in plain language. Your artery lining gets irritated from blood sugar spikes, high blood pressure, smoking, inflammation, stress. LDL particles enter the artery wall. More easily, those particles can become oxidized, damaged. Your immune system reacts because it sees damaged particles as a threat. Inflammation increases, and a plaque cap begins to form. Over time, the plaque grows, and the artery becomes stiffer and narrower. This is why it can feel irreversible. Because once plaque is established and has been growing for years, it's harder to undo than preventing it early. Now listen. Eggs do not magically create plaque by themselves. But if your daily pattern raises LDL particles and you live in a low-fat, high-sugar, high-stress lifestyle, plaque formation becomes more likely. Doctor-style warning: the most dangerous stage is not the beginning. It's when plaque becomes unstable, when inflammation weakens the plaque cap. That's when clots can form. Again, this is long-term biology, not overnight fear. Nutritionist tip: the goal is not never eat eggs. The goal is to design a daily eating pattern that keeps inflammation low, supports the endothelium artery lining, and improves metabolic flexibility. 5. The breakfast trap. Eggs with refined carbs can wreck metabolism. Here's one of the biggest problems with eggs in real life. They're rarely eaten alone. Most people eat eggs with white toast pancakes, or waffles, sugary cereal juice pastries, ultra-processed meat-sweet coffee drinks. And that combination can create a metabolic problem that has nothing to do with eggs themselves. When refined carbs hit your bloodstream fast, glucose rises fast. Your pancreas releases insulin to manage it. If you repeat that cycle every day, your cells can become less responsive to insulin. That's insulin resistance, the foundation of prediabetes and type 2 diabetes, and a major driver of fatty liver disease. Now, here's the twist. Eggs can actually help when they replace sugar-heavy breakfasts because protein increases satiety and reduces cravings later. But eggs become a problem when they are layered on top of a high glycemic breakfast, turning a morning into a daily hormonal roller coaster. Nutritionist strategy: build a glucose-friendly egg meal. Eggs plus vegetables. First, fiber slows absorption, add protein and healthy fats. Choose carbs wisely: whole fruit, oats, beans, sweet potato, skip sugary drinks. Practical habit: start breakfast with something fibrous like a small bowl of berries, chia, or sautéed vegetables, then eat eggs. This simple order can reduce glucose spikes for many people. 6. Cooking method. When heat and oils create oxidative stress, now we enter a very overlooked topic. How you cook eggs changes the chemistry of your meal. High heat cooking, burned edges, smoking oils. This increases oxidative stress compounds. Oxidative stress is like internal rust. It damages cells, irritates blood vessels, and can accelerate aging over time. If your eggs are frequently fried until crispy and brown, cooked in overheated oils, paired with processed meats that produce inflammatory compounds, your healthy egg habit becomes an inflammatory habit. Better choices nutritionists approve: boiled eggs, poached eggs, low-heat scrambled eggs, Baked eggs with vegetables omelet, loaded with vegetables cooked gently. And here's a powerful upgrade. Add herbs and spices, garlic, turmeric, black pepper, parsley, oregano. These plant compounds support the body's antioxidant defenses. Doctor style point. Chronic oxidative stress increases vascular inflammation, which increases the chance that LDL particles contribute to plaque formation. So cooking method is not a small detail, it can be a long-term difference. 7. The gut pathway. 99% don't know. Choline, microbiome, and TMA. Oh, now let's talk about something you almost never hear in casual nutrition talk. Eggs are rich in choline, a nutrient required for brain health, liver function, and cell membranes. That's a genuine benefit. But your gut bacteria can turn choline into TMA trimethylamine, which your liver converts into TMAO. Some studies have found that higher TMAO levels are associated with increased cardiovascular risk. Does that mean eggs are dangerous? Not necessarily, because TMAO levels can depend on your gut microbiome and overall diet pattern. A high-fibid diet tends to support a more diverse microbiome and different metabolic outputs. A low-fiber, ultra-processed diet tends to encourage bacterial patterns associated with inflammation and unhealthy metabolism. So the same eggs can produce different downstream effects depending on what your gut ecosystem looks like. Practical gut protection. If you eat eggs often, eat fiber daily: beans, lentils, oats, berries. Vegetables. Add fermented foods 2 to 4 times per week. Yogurt, sauerkraut, kimchi. Reduce ultra-processed foods. Drink enough water and prioritize sleep. Sleep affects gut microbiome. To think of your gut like a garden. Eggs are not the weed. Poor lifestyle is the drought. Ate the safe egg blueprint. Do this instead. So what's the real conclusion? Eggs can be a valuable food, but for some people, 2 eggs every day, especially done the wrong way, can contribute to a slow pattern of rising LDL particles, inflammation, oxidative stress, and metabolic dysfunction. That's where the hard-to-reverse part come easy, not from eggs as a single event, but from eggs as a daily trigger inside an already stressed system. Here is your safe egg blueprint. 1. Don't guess. Test your response. If you eat eggs daily, ask your doctor for a lipid panel. If possible, check a POB. Consider a 1C4 blood sugar trends. Data removes fear. To never eat eggs in a fiber-empty diet. Eggs should be paired with vegetables, beans, berries, and whole foods that support cholesterol balance and gut health. 3. Cook gently. Avoid burned edges and overheated oils. Choose boiled, poached, or low-heat scrambled eggs. Avoid stacking eggs with processed meats and refined carbs. That combination creates the worst metabolic environment. Inflammation plus glucose spikes plus oxidative stress. 5. Use smarter frequency. If your LDL ApoB is high, if you're insulin resistant, or if you have family history of heart disease, daily eggs may not be your best move. For many people, moderation works better than repetition. Now I want to hear from you. Do you eat eggs daily? And how do you cook them? Boiled, fried, scrambled, or omelette? If this video helped you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who eats eggs every morning, because the smallest habits are the ones that decide your future health.